Hello vinyl community, I'm back for a VCLT package opening. Don't know what MF is, like MF Doom?
MF stands for medium frequency, 300 to 3000 kilohertz.
This comes from the purveyor of the 33 1/3, the Great American Record Shop in Los Angeles. Now, who is the purveyor of such shop? Well, it's Mr. Tone Scott. And I do recommend checking out Tone Scott. Fantastic guy, affiliated with the record industry. He knows his stuff. He's Grammy nominated and a Grammy winner, and that's got to be a first for anyone in our YouTube community. But just to give you a little sampling of what Tone is about, check this out. So let me crack this guy open and we'll see what Mr. Tone Scott has sent me. Okay, he sent me a nice note, which I will read later. And Tone gave me a hint that he was going to send these, so these are just fantastic. So if you're in the California area, and I guess all up along the West Coast, you guys are getting these. Scott, or Tone, knows the guy that is putting these together, and they're just fantastic. I hope we can find a Midwest distributor, because I would love to have these. So he sent me several, and these are just enjoyable to read. And let's see, he sent me 2 records. So one, he gave me a hint. This is a tribute to Donovan, and it has the Flaming Lips and Sharon Van Etten and more. So I look forward to checking this guy out. Alright, and Left Lane Cruiser, Back in Black. This is, yeah, I have no idea what this is, but it looks interesting. Yeah, so as always with my VCMFLT videos, I will clean these up, spin them on the turntable, and give you guys some samples and let you know what I think. So I'll catch you on the flip side. Folks, you're gonna have to bear with me. I'm dealing with a cold right now, but it's been several months. I'm sorry, Tone, but I did find some time to spend with these records that you sent me, and I want to talk about each one. The first one that I want to talk about is the Gazing with Tranquility, the Donovan tribute album. This was just fantastic, and to me it was a reminder of, you know, I really need more Donovan in my collection. I think I have one comp, and the comp that I do have is very limited, but you know, what I like about this tribute album is that it goes a little bit deeper into his catalog, into songs that, you know, I just was not that familiar with. And Donovan was pretty diverse during his career, so now you got me hooked on trying to find Donovan records, so thank you very much, Tone. But this is a nice eclectic mix of stuff and artists, and a lot of the artists I wasn't even familiar with, so just again to hold this up so you guys can see, I mean, there's some bigger names on here, but you know, I really liked the cover of Happiness Runs by Lissy. I thought this one was fantastic, and this one by Apollo Cobra is just fantastic too. But I do want to play you a few cuts from this record so you can see what it sounds like. So here you go.
Sunshine came softly through my window today. Could have tripped out easy, but I've changed my ways. It'll take time, I know it.
Little human upon the sand, where I'm lying here in your hand. You to me, but passing away.
So, yeah, this one was pressed at Rainbow and actually turned out halfway decent, and yeah, this is definitely a keeper, so thank you very much, Tone. Now, the next one, I gotta confess, I saw it, and you know, when you see something, you might develop this mental bias against it, and I'm like, who are these guys? Yeah, you can't judge a book by its cover, so you got to get rid of those mental biases. You know, and for me, it's just constantly reminding myself, even in life, you can't walk around with biases all the time. You need to counteract those. Have an open mind, right? But this is a two-piece set, Left Lane Cruiser, and this is blues rock, but there's a nice acoustic twang to it. You know, it's not country. There's like the opening track, G-Bob, has, you know, a little bit of bluegrass folk to it, but it kicks into the next track and it really rocks. Yeah, and there's some really good tracks on here, and you know, these guys really show, you know, being a two-piece, what they could do is really quite incredible. In fact, they had to do some overdubs because, you know, Freddie J here does bass and organ, so you know there are overdubs on this. But you know, it grew on me after a bit. So you know, I played it the first time and I was like, well, I don't know. But you know, after 2 or 3 more spins of it, yeah, I got acclimated to it and I enjoyed it. Now, the record itself is pressed on this gold vinyl, as it says on the hype sticker, and it's more gold and black. Now, this one was also done in Rainbow, and here's the Rainbow Dead Wax. It was also mastered at Golden, and Golden Mastering, those guys do a fairly good job. I've liked what they've done in the past. I'll probably cover them in a future Tales of the Dead Wax. But here's a sampling of Left Lane Cruiser for you. So Tone, once again, thank you very much. I apologize it's taken me so long to get to this video, but here I am. Thank you for these incredible records. Somehow, someway, I'm going to have to repay you, even though you said I don't have to give you anything back. If you guys don't know Tone again, I highly recommend, you know, checking him out. He is a great commenter. I've talked to him on the phone a couple times now, and he's really enjoyable to talk to. So thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
At least I don't see a lot of people mentioning. Left Lane Cruiser. I've loved this band. I don't own any vinyl until now. I have a couple albums on CD, and I picked up this comp. I don't normally do comps unless they're exploratory comps, like the Late Night Tales series and stuff like that. But like greatest hits from a single band or a single artist, I normally don't do them too much, but I picked this one up because number one, I love this band. Number two, it has about 3 or 4 unreleased tracks that are just absolutely badass. If you're not familiar with Left Lane Cruiser, they are like American trailer park trash, hard rocking fuzz blues rock. And they do it right. I mean, these guys are badass. I love this band. Check them out. Left Lane Cruiser. This album is called Beck in Black, 2016 on Alive Records.